my name is Karen Scale. My business is Walk on Waves Coaching. I'd like to talk to you today on how to build self-esteem. I'm going to start in this particular video by helping you identify simply the ways that you experience your lack of self-esteem. So I'm going to come up with quite a list of different ways, and I'd like to invite you to notice which ones apply to you. So my first common way of showing your lack of self-esteem is to beat yourself up when you make a mistake. Perhaps you're someone who blames yourself when something goes wrong, or you might be someone who holds on to grievances and resentment, or you may be someone who judges yourself or judges others. Perhaps you're someone who focuses on your shortfalls and you tend to feel like a failure, even though there's plenty of evidence to the contrary. Perhaps you set unrealistic goals, or you refuse to take a chance because you don't want to face any setbacks or failure. Maybe you deny you have any weaknesses, or as I call them, areas of development. It's possible you might be a perfectionist. You're spending hours on a project, maybe in an attempt to get it 100% right. A very common experience I see in entrepreneurs is the piece around overworking, being too busy. Perhaps you're someone who seeks credit at the expense of others, or you have a real craving for approval from others. Perhaps you tend to compare and contrast yourself with other people, and often you find yourself lacking. Maybe you're someone who's super independent. You don't tend to ask for help. You pretend to yourself that you can take care of anything and everything without seeking any input. You may be somebody who thinks others are more important than you, or the flip side of that you're the only person to be considered. Perhaps you're someone who's righteous or superior, or you have difficulty making decisions, or you insist that your decisions are absolutely the only ones to be considered. One other possibility is that you have difficulties with some of your relationships. So a great starting point is to review this list, note down which apply to you, add in any of your own. Simply set an intention to be open to making a change and to start to explore new ways of being around your particular behaviors. If you're at the point where you don't have any specific ideas on how you can make a change, simply set an intention around being open to experiencing and exhibiting new behaviors that really serve you around your self-esteem. Know that you're not alone. Lack of self-esteem is probably one of the most common phenomena in the West. Very few business owners have really high self-esteem. You're in the majority if you experience any of these particular behaviors. So that's what I'd like to leave you with for now. In my next video, I'll share with you a number of really effective ways that you can use to turn this around and raise your self-esteem.